Hello guys, my name is Zach Rowe and I'm a personal trainer here at the Lakewood YMCA, and today I'm going to be showing you some plyometric exercises and explaining the science behind it. So plyometrics is primarily for athletes and increasing your explosiveness and power in your given sport, but also can be used by any kind of just average gym goer just trying to stay fit and working out during the quarantine so you can mix it into your workouts. So I will explain the two major components of plyometrics First being mechanical. So it's really important to know the three different phases of any lift. So you have your lowering phase, which is the eccentric, when you're going down. I'm going to demonstrate with the squat. So eccentric, down, you have your isometric, which you're holding at the bottom, and then the concentric, you're coming up. So it's really important that you take advantage of that eccentric phase and build up elastic energy in your tendons. So your tendons connect your bone to your muscle, and you're going to use that elastic energy when you go down to then create more force when you're coming up and increase your rate of force production, which is really important. Rate of force production in any sport is really important. Say like running for a running back, jumping for a basketball player, even like a swing for like a golf, for someone that's golfing. Lots of different applications of it. So the mechanical component of it is the elastic energy in your tendons. The other one is the neurophysiological. So you have what's called muscle spindles in your muscles, and they sense the stretching of the muscle. And when they're stretched, you have what's called a stretch reflex. And it's somewhat similar to the stretch you get in your tendon, but it happens in the muscle belly, where that stretch when you're going down, your muscle's getting stretched apart, and the muscle spindles sense that and then stretch back together and create more force. So you have those two components going into it with your plyometrics, which increases your rate of force. Alright guys, so first I'm going to show you guys some exercises that are plyometric and take advantage of those concepts I was telling you about before. So really important sets and reps for plyometric exercises is reps you want to keep relatively low because you're trying to really produce or increase your anaerobic power. So keeping the reps low, and then also make sure you're taking time in between your reps. You don't want to rush your reps. You can take anywhere from like 5 to 10 seconds in between reps and really take your time, set up properly, and make sure every rep is 100% as good as you can make it instead of rushing through it. And then sets anywhere from just like 1 if you're a beginner to maybe like even 4, 5, 6, depending on kind of what you're looking for, right? So first one will be just standard jump squat, all right? So a lot of you have probably actually done this before. It's a relatively common exercise. You're gonna take advantage of that eccentric. So you can go down, get that stretch, explode up, trying to get up as high as possible, all right? So you're looking for speed, power when you get up. Sports that take advantage of this would be anything like basketball, volleyball, any kind of vertical jumping straight up is really gonna take advantage of that, all right? So that's the first one. Next is gonna be the split squat jump. So you're gonna start in the split squat position right here. You're gonna go down, your eccentric first, and jump. I like to switch positions like this, and then reset, get deep breaths, switch sides, and go. All right, so split squat position. Any kind of sport where you're like running and you don't get like that 2-foot jump and you're more of in a stride, something maybe like soccer, even basketball again. You know, if you're going up for like a layup or like a dunk, you know, you're not gonna stop, set your feet and jump most of the time. So anything when you're in a stride and then you're going to jump, a split squat jump would be really beneficial. Next, I'll show you the broad jump, all right? You might have seen this one. It's very common. Well, it's one of the exercises in the combine. So it's really important for football players to really be good at this because obviously they take a look at all those different things. So broad jump, feet about shoulder width apart. So instead of trying to go up like the jump squat, you're trying to go outwards, all right? So you're gonna hips back. I like to get a little bit of an arm swing. You don't want too much though. You want to stay in balance. You go down and jump. Try and get out as far as you can, all right? So that's the broad jump. Like I said, football players, broad jump really important. I can't think of anyone other than like a track person where you're doing like the long jump. Like that's obviously very sport specific. Those are probably the best people to take advantage of the broad jump. Last jump I'm going to show you here is the lateral jump, or skater jump. So it's gonna look like this. You do an ice skater, you're gonna step back with one leg, load, and jump like this. Then reset, load down, and jump. All right, so that's obviously lateral movement. It's really important. If you noticed, all those other ones are in the sagittal plane, so straight forward. So if your sport has any kind of lateral movement, jumping from side to side, say like a baseball player, and you're like shortstop, and you're, you have a lot of distance to cover, lateral movement's extremely important to get to a ball that's way off to the side. So lateral explosiveness, soccer, when you're guarding, lateral movement's really important, just anything like that. All right. All right, next exercise will be the power skip. It's gonna look like this. You're gonna get in your split squat position, down, float up, and drive that knee up. Will look like on the other side, down, up. You're trying to get that explosiveness up. This is a good, just general plyometric exercise for any sport, really. Nothing too specific on that one. Next, we're gonna go to the push-off on the box. So I have a plyometric box here, but for you guys at home, anything like stairs or a sturdy bench to jump off of, any kind of just elevated surface. Nothing too sketchy like a chair that slides or like a foldable chair. Just be careful, get something nice and sturdy. So this is what it's gonna look like. The push off, you start with one leg up on there, load and push up and down. Load, push up and down. All right, so that's the straight sagittal plane one. And then we have a lateral, just like our lateral jumps from the sides. Start with one up, load down, and explode up. And then from the other side, load, explode up, and down. All right, that's our lateral variation of it. Last one here with the box, we're gonna do a depth jump. So a depth jump is not super necessary. If you don't have this kind of setup, you can just do a squat jump for it. And even if you're going to do depth jumps, I recommend doing them sparingly because you are putting a lot of force on your tendons. You just want to be careful not to cause any kind of inflammation or just too much stress on those joints. But I'll demonstrate for you. So you're going to be on your box, whatever height it is, and you're just step off, down, and jump. All right. So as you can see, it puts a lot more, because back to the beginning, where we talked about plyometrics, really taking advantage of the elasticity in your tendons. So you're gonna have a lot less fear than dropping down. You put a lot more stretch and elasticity in those tendons. So you just want to be careful with those, all right? Do those sparingly. Let's depth jump. All right, guys, our last set of workouts here, we're gonna use the medicine ball for these last few. Here I have a Dynamax ball. There's lots of different variations of medicine balls, smaller, kind of plasticky ones. You have the big canvas ones. Unfortunately, we don't have any kind of modifications for these. You kind of need a medicine ball, but hopefully you athletes out there already kind of have it. It's an important piece of equipment for force production. And so what you want is the weight of this. You want between 5 and 10% of your body weight. So a really easy way of kind of determining your weight if you're not good at math, like myself. So say I'm 170. 10% would be, you just cut off the 0 on the end of that number, so that'd be 17, that's 10%, and then you just cut that number in half to get your like 5%. So my range would be roughly like 8 to 17 pounds is kind of where you want for power production with the medicine ball, right? So just kind of give you guys an idea of the weight you should be getting. So this is 10 pounds here. Our first exercise is going to be rotational chest pass. So you want to find a nice sturdy wall, such as here, or have a partner that you can do it with too, all right? You grab your medicine ball, hold it on your chest, pour into eccentric. So when you're using a medicine ball, I like to call it like corking it. So you're gonna cork back, get a little shift back, and you're gonna rotate your hips, pivot your foot, and then throw the ball. So full speed will look like this. All right, and the other side, opposite. So that cork back is really important because, like we said, the eccentric phase of the lift, you're really getting that stretch in the tendons, in the trunk and the hips, and producing a lot of force, rotational force. You can get a lot going. You can see how loud that was. So you're trying to move it real fast. So chest pass is Really good exercise for like basketball players, you know, chest pass in the game, something like that, all right? Next, we'll move to the shovel pass. So this one is very similar, but instead of holding the ball up here, you're gonna kind of hold it right here, kind of by your stomach. And so same thing, you're gonna cork it back, rotate, and throw. And the other side. All right, so you can see I'm not throwing much with my arms. All the power is coming from my hips turning and my trunk, all right? I'm not throwing, my arms stay like right about here. No force coming from my arms. It's all trunks and hips. So this is a really good one for like a rugby, especially. You know, you always have those laterals back for rugby players, or even like a football player. This is a very good exercise, rotational force. Also like golfers too. Golfers with that same kind of movement. Shovel pass is really good too. Last one we're gonna do is an overhead throw. So you're gonna grab your ball. This one is a rotational one, but it's a good one. So you're gonna step forward, bring your ball back, and again, step forward, bring your ball back. So your eccentric phase is the arms going back. You're getting that stretch in the lats, and then you're gonna step forward and throw. This is a really good one, obviously for soccer, for your like throw-ins. When you're out of bounds, so you can really throw that ball as far as you can. Yeah, that's a good one. All right, thanks guys for watching the video. Hope you learned a little bit about plyometrics and can use some of those exercises I showed you in you guys' workouts. Take a look for the videos I have out now, the Turkish Get Up, and then the lower body workout with Josh, as well as the goal setting, a little Q&A with Josh as well. And look forward in the future. I have advanced calisthenics coming out, and then also we're going to be doing a similar thing with Josh, but upper body workout, just minimal equipment for that.